Good afternoon. I'm Patty Jane Lay. I'm a member of the Knox County Knoxville Bar Association Judiciary Committee, and I appreciate your taking the time to let me interview you today about your candidacy for the Knox County General Sessions Court Judge. And you currently are sitting as a judge. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Just since January 1st.
And you were appointed by the Knox County Commission to serve as a General Sessions Court Judge. And prior to that, you were Assistant District Attorney here in Knox County for several years. So thank you, Judge Davis, for joining me here today. And I'm going to ask you a few questions. First one is, what makes you qualified to serve? And what do you consider your greatest strengths and weaknesses?
Well, I think what makes me qualified is my experience. In addition to working in the district attorney's office, before that, I worked in private practice at Banks and Jones. And while there handled a lot of civil and criminal matters, the biggest part of those were in Sessions Court here in Knox County and Sessions Courts all across the state. So I've got that experience. I've gotten to see how other folks operate their courts, other judges in different jurisdictions. And I've also, once I kind of figured out where I wanted to be, being in the DA's office offers you that daily experience in court, doing these things at the pace that they come at you and handling these cases. And I think that experience qualifies me, in addition to my temperament and personality, which I think is well suited for Sessions Court.
Thank you. What are the most effective methods for improving court procedures and efficiency?
It's been a little different because we're still operating right now under some of the COVID protocols that we were using. Obviously we're not working from home anymore or anything like that, but our courts are operating. We're using video court. I think using video court in certain situations has been a big help to us. I think, just having the desire and the want to be down here and get started early and work as long as you can is the number one thing. But utilizing technology to make things go smoother, I think we can maybe improve upon that. But like I said, we're still operating under some of these procedures and protocols from COVID. So I think using some of those, but getting back to normal in some situations will be very beneficial to operating our court every day.
Well, to follow up with that answer, what additional improvements would you recommend for the future of our judicial system?
Well, we've got a center at the detention facility. We've got a new building that's going to be used for video courts for juvenile child support. They're going to be using them for civil sessions as well as, criminal sessions as well as criminal court here in our building. And I think once that opens, that's going to be a big improvement. The ability to operate these video courts simultaneously will help move things along a lot faster. And I think using that technology is probably going to be the biggest benefit to us that we can see coming forward.
Well, what is the biggest challenge you see facing the court?
Well, I think, in our court, I think, getting people here is probably the biggest challenge right now. There's still a lot of COVID going around. There are people using that as an excuse. So we got to differentiate between who's really sick, who's not sick, who's just not coming into court, and getting that going, I think, would be a big challenge right now.
And my final question is, who are your judicial role models and why?
Well, I think I would start with Judge Emery, who I'm, trying to come in and continue what he had started, because I think he obviously was very knowledgeable, and I appreciated that about him. But the way he operated his court and the way he treated people was something that I really, really look up to and strive to keep that going. So I think he would be where I would start. There's some others, Judge McGee, who has obviously, been in both courts here, criminal court and in sessions court. He operated. He just was masterful the way he went through a docket, but the way he treated people as well. Everybody felt like they had their say when they got done, no matter what happened. He didn't lose his temper on anybody. I think that's just a something that I strive for.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate your taking your time for this interview today. And is there any kind of closing statement you'd like to make before we conclude?
Yeah, I just want to say that, given my unique experience in being in private practice, doing both civil and criminal cases, practicing there, and then being a prosecutor, I think qualifies me for this job. And I appreciate being appointed by the county commission. I've really enjoyed getting into it. We've not missed a beat since January 1st. And I would really appreciate everybody's support and vote in order for me to continue doing the job.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time today.
Thank you.